We're gonna go to page 85
In grammar book.
in grammar book. Thank you. Yeah, somebody forgot their grammar book this year.
I want to
So anyway, you'll just have to look at the screen. Page 85, we're talking about quotation marks. And capitalization and end marks. So if you struggle with the whole format of this, I would mark this with a post-it note if you have one, and just call it quotation marks. Like, you know, when you're writing a story like you were doing with pictures and you have characters that are talking to each other, this will help you remember where the quotes go, like where they go. So I know we've talked about it before, but quotations or quotation marks indicate words that are spoken. And there's two parts to the sentence. Remember attribution
Yes.
and quote?
Yes.
Yes. So attribution is telling who's saying it and how they're saying it.
I was gonna say how.
And then the quote is what they're saying, right? So if you look at this first example, the stranger cried, that's the attribution. It's the stranger talking, and cried, not like boo-hoo cry, but like yelling out. Like yelling out, obviously, I am not afraid. So that's what he is saying. That's in the quotation marks. All right, notice the comma after cried, and then a period after at the end of the sentence there. And then the word obviously has a capital. That's because when you are writing a sentence like they're saying something, the first letter is always capitalized, just like a regular sentence. That's something to remember. But here it is at the end. Obviously, I am not afraid, the stranger cried. You see how the attribution comes after? So in this case, there's no period there, it's a comma. That's why it's kind of hard to remember those little details about writing speaking parts between characters. This one has a comma and then the attribution, and notice the word the is not capitalized because it's the attribution after the quote. And then here it is split up on two sides. So we have obviously, comma, the stranger cried, comma, I am not afraid. So they split up what he said and put the attribution.
I want to do. I like the last.
The last one's the easiest one. There's no attribution. It's just a quote. You can cross the stream after I do. So sometimes when you have a story where characters are talking back and forth, like Micah just wrote one about the apple and banana, they're talking a lot, right? When they're talking a lot, you can drop the attribution after a while, because then it's a little easier to read. And you know they're talking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yes, did you want to say something?
I did quotation marks and people talking about this one.
Good. Anytime we write with pictures, we probably have characters talking to each other. So this would be a good page to look back on if you need it. To figure out where the commas go, the periods and all that. So there are some rules.
My grammar book.
Well,
It's okay, Julia.
Die.
I'm recording. You can always watch the recording and fix it later.
Okay, sure.
That means wait, so if she doesn't have a grammar book, she won't write. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Whoever said I couldn't write.
Oh. So here are the rules right here on this. This up a little bit. On this page. So place quotation marks around the words that are spoken. We already know that. Capitalize the first word of the quoted sentence. We already know that. Just treat it like a sentence. Capitalize the first word of the attribution when it begins the sentence. So remember, if the attribution comes later, you don't have to capitalize that one. If the quoted sentence makes a statement, like it's just a plain sentence, you put a period. By the way, every time you have a quote, the punctuation goes on the inside of the quotation mark, not on the outside of it. It's like before. Does that make sense? Okay, good. And then unless the attribution follows. So if it's a statement and then the attribution, you use a comma. That's that rule. But here, these two are pretty much the same. If the quoted sentence asks a question, place a question mark inside the closing quotation mark. If it expresses strong emotion, you're going to place an exclamation mark inside the quotation mark. However, when the attribution comes after a question or a strong emotion, you still do not need to capitalize the attribution. And we're gonna see that on the next page in a second. Don't turn yet, but okay, jump down here. It says comma, use commas to separate attribution from direct quote. So just jump down to the example at the bottom of this page. It says, Robin demanded, get off the log.
Whoa. Strong.
Although it's just a period, so I guess he didn't say it very strongly.
Off the
log.
Yeah, get off the log.
It sounds like.
But if it was, get off the log, get off the log now.
You're being mean to.
But he did demand, so since this is in the beginning, the attribution, use a comma. And then a capital G for get off the log, period, end quote. And then, you don't scare me, the stranger replied. So because that's a statement, and because the attribution comes after that, you only need a comma right there. And then the quotation marks, and then capitalize the first word of the quote. All right, a little bit more on page 86. Indentation, we already know about that. That's when you leave a bigger space when you're starting a paragraph.
Oh, yeah, we do that every single time.
Every paragraph, you leave a big space, you indent or tab if
Wait.
you're typing.
I do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember from last year and the year before and the year.
Yeah, you've done that for a while. But for fiction stories are actually made up stories. So this is like way back when, gosh, do you remember writing about the little red hen forever ago?
The bank bat.
Yes, the
Yes,
Maine rat who was powdering his
yes.
nose. You remember that? Good.
Yes.
So that would be a fiction story, right? Because hens don't talk.
Wait, wasn't she making like a pie?
She was baking bread.
Oh,
Yeah,
bread,
you
yeah,
remember?
And then also with the bear tail. That
Oh,
was my
yeah?
favorite from
That
last
That was
year.
a good one
It's
too.
either that one or the red hen.
Yeah,
No, I want bread.
yeah, me too. I love bread.
too. Sourdough. I want sourdough bread.
Those
Oh,
are,
wait, yeah, my mom makes some.
man, I would love
I'll
to.
bring you some.
Thank you. I would love that. That's my favorite. I don't know how to make it though. Sourdough.
My mom can give you the recipe.
I would love. Whoa! I wonder if it's the same recipe. I don't know. You should compare. Oh, yeah.
My mom left. You're kidding.
Okay, so in a fiction story like those that we were just talking about, there are 4 reasons to start a new paragraph. So these are the reasons if you're writing a made-up story. If there's a new speaker talking, start a new paragraph when a new character speaks. Include the attribution with the quotation. Sentences before or after the quotation that point directly to the quotation can remain in the same paragraph. But like I said, if it's a back and forth, like, who will help me make the bread? I will. Remember all that? So if that happens, you want to keep all that in the same paragraph, because otherwise you'd be like, it just would go really long.
The first sentence, I will.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Yeah,
Or they all said, I will.
or they all said, that'll work too. If it's a new topic, you can leave it, but a new topic, start a new paragraph when the narrator or character switches the topic. Like if they're talking about one thing and then something else happens, then that's a reason to start a new paragraph. Or if it's a new place, start a new paragraph when the story switches to a new location. If several switches are made in quick succession, such as character's journey to find something, it may be less choppy to keep in one paragraph. So if your character is like hunting for something or searching, or they're lost and they're going from place to place, then you want to keep it in one paragraph. But if it's like you're writing about a family trip and you go to Disneyland and then later you go to the beach, that would be a new location. So that would be like a separate paragraph. Does that make sense?
You know what's funny? Last year we went to Disneyland and the beach.
Oh, hey, and I just said that.
Yeah.
If it's a new time, start a new paragraph with when the time changes. So it could be like morning in one paragraph and then later it's at night and then you switch paragraphs. So those are reasons to put paragraphs. You guys know when we write, we have like Roman numeral 1, 2, and 3. That's our paragraphs. But this is for like if you're making up a story. Yes.
There's a giant hawk out there.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
That's
That's-
wondering if you wanted to. It's giant.
Is
and
it
it's
sitting in the
got-
tree?
That's what
It's
it's thinking.
huge.
It's blending
Where?
in really
It's right
good.
there. You see that middle tree? Look up, and then on that like bare branch that comes out, like not many leaves on it. See it? No, I don't see it. Oh, I do see it. It's like really blended naturally. You see that brown spot, like where the you see they had just moved.
Oh, yeah, okay, so it's,
see it.
Neither.
okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
it's
see it.
moving,
Yeah.
you can see it now.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
moving. That is a big one.
Wait, that's
Wow.
Big bull.
That's
It's
what I'm
just to live
thinking.
here and see that.
Should have seen him flying to the tree. He was ginormous. He was like
Oh,
that.
I bet his wings were really huge. That's so cool.
It's like kind of brownish, right?
I
If people are watching this, would probably skip this part. I'm saying.
yeah.
Bye.
Have you ever seen an owl though?
Yep.
Yes.
We have a
I've
bunch.
seen it go across my car when we were
So cool when
my
they
gosh,
open their
one
wings.
time we were driving into our road, and out of nowhere an owl flies right to our window, and we almost hit it, but like we saw all of its wings and its whole face, and then it fell off the car, and we're like,
oh,
ah,
that's so cool. We had like 3 of them on our farm the other day, and I could hear them like in 3 different spots, and I saw one by the barn. It's so cool how they turn their head.
yes,
It's almost like all the way around. Yeah.
Actually spin it around so fast to the other side that you'd think that it was all the way around.
It's not technically all the way around. Yeah. Yay, Gina! Come on in. I thought you wasn't gonna be here. Surprise!
I have a barn owl that lives.
Oh, that's cool. Did you name your barn owl?
He's just Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl.
Yeah.
All right. We're on page 86 right now. So here's an example. Robin approached the log, and then this is showing a new paragraph because somebody new is talking here. Stand back, cried the stranger. Okay. So when you rewrite the passages in here, you're going to indent when it tells you to indent. That's it for that. Let's go to page
Can I-
87.
Can I do the nouns?
Whoa.
Can I do the nouns?
What are you asking for?
Name the nouns.
The nouns?
Oh,
You want to read it?
Can
Oh.
I do the main one?
Okay, how about nouns, main clause, prepositional phrases, and you want to read it? Is that what you said? Okay.
Okay.
Everybody starts screaming at once. I want to do
I
this.
know, I'm like, what?
Okay, guys, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and read.
You don't like a fool.
Bellow.
Robin. I could fire this arrow to the. Whoa! This is intense. Intense.
Whoa!
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
things
you
just
said
like
that.
escalated
I
to
just irritated
extreme. Bellow. Do you guys know what bellowed means?
No.
Like,
Kind of, but it's more like what Miller's saying, like a big, deep, like a you choke like a fool. Like that. Except for when a guy says it, it's even scarier because their
Yes.
voice is so deep.
my dad.
Yes, like your dad.
Yes.
Oh my
Scary.
gosh.
My dad has such a deep voice, and he's like
He
so
does.
tall.
And he's loud. He can be
Yes.
loud.
He has a really loud voice. That's where I got mine.
Okay, article. Okay, nouns.
Robin, Hart, Aerofighter.
Robin, heart,
Aerofighter.
arrow. Yeah, you're going like in a weird order, but oh no, fire
Is a verb.
is a verb because it says I could fire.
Bellow.
No,
Oh, bellow.
that's a verb.
Joke.
There you go.
He's like,
Actually, no, joke is a.
Oh,
Sorry, I messed up.
Oh, you're. What?
I know it.
Fool. Oh my gosh, I'll guess.
Man, we were guessing there for a minute. Okay, just to clarify, the nouns are fool, Robin, arrow, heart. So joke is a verb because you joke. It's not a joke. If it was a joke, it would be a noun. Get it?
Yes.
Okay. Fire, if it was a fire, that would be a noun, but it says fire this arrow. It's like
Oh yeah.
I could fire this.
pronouns.
I
Yes.
and you.
And you, yes. Did you guys notice that your is wrong?
Yeah.
How should we spell it?
Ooh, me.
How about Ainsley?
YOUR.
There you go. All right. But that's not a pronoun. That's something else. We just have you and I that are
I know
pronouns.
what it is.
Because you are like you are hard.
That didn't make sense. Wait, I know, but let's give, how about Lily? Where are the adjectives? Those are the ones that are gonna describe the nouns. So like,
Follow.
bellowed is a verb, so it's not gonna be, whose heart? Your is actually an adjective.
Oh.
And then arrow, which arrow is it?
Robin.
No.
Please.
Let her think, she's got this
Please.
right before.
Oh.
So just a reminder, if adjectives get tricky for you, look for the noun and then look right before that or near it. And it'll tell you what kind or which one. That's what adjectives do. Okay, just to make sure you remember that. Who's doing prepositional phrases? Okay, go.
Like a fool.
Like a fool.
Like a fool.
Oh my gosh, please.
She has it.
Please. I used to be terrible at them last year.
Now you're great. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Jana, do you want to do which ones do you want to do?
It's already
Subject, verb. Okay, Jana's gonna do that. Or you. You is the subject, joke is the verb. Good.
Didn't we say subject?
I is subject. Could and
Fire.
she's got it. Could and fire. And there's one more.
Here's all these fires.
After you joke like a fool, that's the attribution that comes next, and that has it. Yep, Robin is subject. Bellowed is verb. That's one of those rare times when the verb comes first before the subject, but that's because it's an attribution.
Well, that's
All right, who wants to do main clauses then? All right, Micah.
Hold on. You joke like a fool.
Okay, that's one.
You joke like a fool.
What, go ahead.
This paragraph is trying to go on verse. But like your heart.
Not just your heart. It has to have a subject verb pair, so it has to be a complete thought.
So I could fire this arrow.
Yep, that's one. And then there is one more.
Oh no.
It's just two words.
Melodrama.
There you go.
Those are the only ones left.
That is a main clause. Did you know that main clauses can be two words? I mean, if it's as long as it's a subject and a verb, it can work as a main clause.
Indent.
All right, indent, that's usually at the beginning, so about there. How about the tolls?
What do you put for indent?
It's like a backwards P looking thing, two lines, yes. But hold on, let's do capitals next, but 2 lines down and a backwards P, that is the symbol for paragraph. Capitals?
You.
Yep,
I.
yep.
Bella shares up.
No, not bellowed.
Robin.
Yes,
Everybody just puts
It's like.
or hyperventilates, one of those, okay. Quotes, where are the quotation marks go?
Oh my gosh.
It's hard to see.
What?
What does he say?
Oh, I could. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
subject I,
And that.
and that's one set. And then he says
And
something
then
else.
you joke like a
There you
fool.
go, you
You
joke
joke
like a fool. I know, with my marker here, it's like,
You said apostrophes. I'm like, what? There's like no apostrophes.
that's what they say. We already fixed the homophone, we just need the 2 end marks. What do you guys think? Where do those go? Miller,
In between fool and Bella.
what kind of mark is it?
You do. But I do because I just got.
You joke like a fool!
Exclamation.
Yes, there you go. I'm gonna put mine up here, but it's supposed to go before this quotation marks, okay? And then what's the other end mark?
Period.
I think it's stronger than that.
Exclamation.
Yes, another one. I think he's pretty mad. I think it's safe to say.
I think so. So
Furious. Furious.
I'm gonna put one line.
All right. Poor Juliana cannot start her sentence today.
I'll do it for her. Is it one line?
She's pretending. She's like, I can't help it. Who are we missing? Oh, Zuli and Shavi.
Marjorie at 4.
Okay. So I got Jaina. I think some people were interested in sharing their story this week. You guys wrote about.
We tattled off.
Why am I not surprised? You guys wrote about the civil war? Whoa, whoa. Yes,
Oh my gosh.
I will have, since Elise asked me first, so Elise. Micah, did you read it last time?
Yeah, she did.
Did she?
Well, I think so.
Let's-
she did.
let's-
She
let's-
did.
Did
No, I
you?
didn't, because there was the underground railroad, and I forgot.
Oh. Who read it last time? Do you remember? I forgot to write it down.
I think.
All right, how about Elise, Micah, Ainsley, and Miller? We'll be 4 this time, okay? So now, do you guys have it with you?
No,
Yes.
no, I cannot go first.
Then no, I can go first on this one.
Why don't you want to go first? Because I don't want to.
Well, I don't want to either.
Well, I don't want
Well, I don't
Or
want to
somebody's
either.
gotta go first.
I will.
Ainsley
No,
goes
don't finish. I don't know why, but I have 2 foods.
Do you have it with you, Ainsley? Okay, cool. All right.
I do too.
Ainsley will go first, then Elise, then Micah, and then Miller. That way you don't have to argue about it.
It's like,
Okay.
Message drummer boy. For the war, 2 soldiers and a young drummer who were best friends were practicing marching. And unexpectedly, their names are randomly learned Eric, Barrick, and Larry. Because their names are so similar, everyone got them confused. Mom put goth. It was supposed to be goths.
That's your mom's fault.
While they were getting ready, they dug a trench and wrapped barbed wire around it. The drummer and all of the soldiers were nervous for the war, and a few days later started. Suddenly, the 2 soldiers, Barrick and Larry, who were shot, were injured. Since they were seriously injured, Eric jumped the message for extreme help. Although he was stressed, he played again and again because his friends needed someone help. Eventually, someone came and made these 2 soldiers feel better. Awesomely, Eric, who drummed the message, got a cool award for being brave. According to history, the Austrian general honestly told Eric, although you're just a drummer boy, you are brave. Because you're brave, you get an award. He was quick to get help, and that's an important part of the war. He was the best message drummer boy ever.
Nice. Excellent. Very good.
Thank you.
Elise, you're welcome. Yes. Very nice. I heard great dress ups, topic clinchers. You got it.
Okay, finally done. One day, a boy, his name was John. Wait. Where did my thing go?
Where did my thing go?
What did you think?
Wait. Oh, yeah, wait. That's supposed to be, and he, not John.
Oh,
I'll just
you
say,
can fix it later.
yeah, okay. One day, a boy whose name was John, and he was with 2 soldiers. Amazingly, John was the drummer in the war, even though he was young and small. During the day, John was walking to the battlefield because a short war was about to begin. While they were still marching, more soldiers joined them. Nervously, John started banging on the drums, but he was worried he would never notice. That's right. He would never see his home again. But John felt safe when many soldiers were by his side. Sadly, John noticed 2 soldiers shot and wounded. John was awestruck at the sight of the army that was looking. From far away, they saw a very large army. Up to John and his friend. Somehow, like the thing Somehow
It
I
didn't
deleted some of my stuff. Like
Uh-oh.
it's supposed to be it there, and then like something like that was very much.
Oh.
It was up to John and his friends to beat the drum to alert them that the enemy was coming. Quickly, John had to help them. Quickly, John had to help the soldiers. John had to help the soldiers while they were wounded, so that they would be healed and could help again in the war. The drummer boys would help the men get to the medics. John, who was worried, thought that they would never defeat them. Many men were wounded. Finally, the war was over. John, who was the drummer boy, got an award from their general. Outside, everyone was cheering for they won the war. John was the best drummer boy because he helped 400 men in the war. John, who helped win the war, also served the country while searching for wounded, following commands, and alerting soldiers. The war was finally over, and many men got to travel home.
Yay! Very nice, very nice. Okay, Micah. You got this. Tell us your title too.
Okay. The Civil War.
That was an accident.
And during the Civil War, many young boys were forced to fight because they needed everyone they could get to. There was a drummer boy whose name was Bob, and two soldiers marching with him named Bobberoni.
Bobberoni.
Wait, Bobberoni? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Fearfully, they marched towards the battlefield until they encountered the enemy. Bob was to do his drumming like enemies are near and far, as tools. All of the soldiers were awfully scared as they began the Civil War. Into the battle they went. As they marched, Bobberoni and Guy had been shot, so it was up to Bob to do his drum beat. Luckily, because as he played his drum beat, they were bandaged and safely put to sleep, which helped them recover after they went into battle. Because Bob did his part, the general was awestruck and rewarded him with a gold shiny medal. Happily, Bob and his recovered friends celebrated as they had bravely survived the war, all because Bob did his part.
Nice.
All three of us are awestruck so far.
Yeah, as your vocabulary word.
I use strict.
Ostrict.
Ostrich general.
Oh, ed. Ostrict. Yeah.
Ostracted.
Okay, Millerster.
The origin of the drummer boy.
Oh.
Sadly, when the Civil War was happening and Abraham Lincoln was president, a boy named Mr. Squeegee, surprisingly only 9 years old, was forced to march in the army as a drummer boy because the army didn't have enough of him. At first, Mr. Squeegee had to get used to marching, but in time, he got comfortable. He even made a great friend from the same town as him. In time, the army started a training session, which was going well. Mr. Squeegee was doing his usual drumming beat. Plus, it was a great day. All was well until they had an encounter with danger. The entire army was surprised while the enemy were unfazed. Suddenly, while they were marching towards the enemy, they got bombed, and 2 soldiers who were near Mr. Squeegee were injured, which made him panic. While the army was fighting against the enemy, Mr. Squeegee was filled with awestruck because he had to somehow save the 2 soldiers experiencing. In time, the idea finally struck him. He remembered his training and grabbed a stretcher and lifted the 2 soldiers. Luckily, they got away safely. Unexpectedly, Mr. Squeegee got promoted by the general because he was brave. Mr. Squeegee got promoted to sergeant.
In time, they had a solemn celebration explicitly for Mr. Squeegee. While many retired, Mr. Squeegee stayed as a drummer. In the future, he saved many people and his drumming skills excelled. Mr. Squeegee, who was brave and honorable, would be remembered.
Nice. Excellent.
Where in the world did you get the name Mr. Squeegee?
Yeah.
My Minecraft pet is named Mr. Squeegee.
Yeah, you give it-
Minecraft?
Did you name that pet?
Yeah, Mr.
How did you come up with Mr. Squeegee?
A YouTuber called
Oh.
Mr. Squeegee,
Do
and
you know what a squeegee is? It's a thing.
what is it?
A squeegee. It's like when you go to, I don't know if your parents ever do this at the car wash, but they clean the windshield.
Oh,
That's a squeegee. That's it. That where it wipes off
Yeah.
the water. That's what a squeegee is.
Oh yeah, Miss Lori.
Yes.
So you know how like who it was? I think hers was Dawn, right? And her no. Whose was named Bob?
Bobba
Two of
Ronnie.
them were named John and Bob.
Oh wow! No way!
And then
That's
like
crazy.
wait, what?
We always love
And
writing
then the
about
other one
Bob.
was named
Okay.
Rob.
Let's go to page. What page are we going to? 151. Let's go to 151 really quick. 151. Okay, so some of you remember. Oh my god.
So excited.
151. I gotta get to it too.
And then we picked like the best ones that we like, and then we put them in one. Then I write down.
So I think Lily's, you're the only new one here. Have you ever done like a fused outline before like this? Do you know what that is? I think you're, so let me just explain it to Lily so she's not like completely lost. But when you have a research style paper like this, and you have more than one source, like when we're gonna look through this, in fact, you can peek ahead.
Oh wait,
You're gonna see
I totally did not peek ahead.
there's two sources. You got source A and source B. Is there a source C too, or just those two? Oh, it's just those two. So you have two different articles. You're gonna take notes on a keyword outline for source A, and then you're gonna take notes on a keyword outline for source B. So you can have two keyword outlines, and then we're gonna fuse them together into one. So that's the goal of this style of writing. You're gonna look at two different articles, take notes, and make a fused outline. Now go back to page 151. What we're doing is summarizing multiple references. Remember when we talked about summarizing and we tell some SOME information? Yes, Micah?
Is it just one thing?
Well, it is, I think.
Yes.
If you look
Seven
ahead,
sentences.
yes, at the, yeah, I know. You're lucky this week. What can I say? So you're gonna just write one paragraph, but you have two sources. That's how we're gonna fuse that together.
We picked like the best one from there, and then we
Mhm.
like
Mhm. You also have a topic clencher, and this is just reviewing some. of
oh, I
this.
added my topic.
And then your facts.
Pictures.
I'm gonna show you, actually, go to page 151, 152, just kidding. We're talking about the Oklahoma land rush. Have you guys ever heard of the Oklahoma land rush
Yes.
before? Okay,
I have, but
I have a little video I'm gonna show you first, and then we'll read this. Yeah, when we get to that point, yes, you can.
Videos are
Oh,
for this movie.
Then you can read. This will be a good one to read. It's short. This one's short. Let me get it going here.
The audio.
I did that time. Hopefully it's gonna come on I think it will. I hope so. Let's see what happens. All right, you guys, listen to this first. I don't know why that thing's in the way. Why are you there?
On the 22nd of April 1889, the Oklahoma land rush took place after 2 million acres of unassigned lands were opened to settlement. Welcome to History Pod. The Oklahoma land rush came as a result of the government's decision to remove Native American tribes from their ancestral lands and open them up to settlement by non-Indigenous settlers. The Indian Removal Act of 1830 and subsequent treaties forced many Native American tribes to cede their lands and relocate to reservations in what is now Oklahoma. The Dawes Act of 1887 aimed to break up tribal land holdings and encourage individual land ownership, leading the government to open up the unassigned lands in the Oklahoma Territory for settlement. The area was considered to have some of the last available land in the West suited.
I'm going to pause right there just for a second, but you guys remember the, oh my gosh, what was the name of the territory they bought?
Louisiana.
Louisiana Purchase, that's what it was. Thank you. Good job. Oklahoma was part of that, but they were Native Americans were living there. Those are the Indians, the Native Americans. And so the government decided they're going to just push out the negative or the Native Americans, Native Americans, and bring in new settlers, which wasn't actually very kind of them because the Indians already had their home. Yeah. And their way of life. So it totally disrupted their way of life, but they wanted people to move from the eastern side of the United States where New York was and where, you know, the edge of the United States country. And so they wanted them to move more central. And that's why they were making these treaties available saying, okay, the government is going to now allow you to move to Oklahoma. That's what that was.
For agriculture and settlement. On April the 22nd, 1889, an estimated 50,000 hopeful settlers gathered along the borders of the Oklahoma Territory. At noon, a gunshot gave the signal for them to chaotically race into the territory on foot, horseback, and in wagons. Here they staked their claims, and by the end of the day, cities such as Oklahoma City contained more than 10,000 people. Other people, known as Sooners, hid inside the unoccupied land before the legal time of entry, leading to a number of disputes over land boundaries. Nevertheless, by the end of the year, an estimated 62,000 people were living in the unassigned lands, while homes, schools, churches and businesses were quickly established. However, the Oklahoma land rush had negative consequences for the Native American tribes who had been forcibly removed from their lands to make way for the settlers. Many indigenous people were displaced from their traditional territories and lost access to vital resources, leading to economic hardship and social dislocation.
Yeah. Okay. So that's basically it for that. So the Sooners, you know, he was talking about the Sooners. Those were the ones that cheated, basically. So they left before that gunshot. The gunshot was a signal to go find land and put your flag in it. But they were like, yeah, kind of like that. But they would go, the Sooners would go and find a piece of land and hide, maybe behind a rock or in a bush or something, until they heard the gunshot. And then they would just stick the flag right there and they would kind of cheat, right? They were getting the land because they wanted everybody to have a fair chance. But can you imagine 50,000 people and they were all in a line or in a crowd, you know, and they had to wait for the gunshot and then they had to run out into this open space, pick a spot and put a flag on it, like stick it in the ground like a stake.
So cheated. They were like kind of in the bush working. Stick it in.
Uh-huh.
So they got all that.
It's not right. Some of them got caught though, and then they got in big trouble or even killed, right? I mean, we wouldn't want them killed, but they, you know, because a lot of people were mad. They didn't want, you know, they were wanting to get that land and then they cheated. So anyway, they gave you a like a stick with a flag on it. And you had to ride with that or run with it. And then when you got to the space that you wanted to claim, you put it in the ground. Then you couldn't get it. But you know what happened?
Yeah.
There were people that didn't get anything. So then they had to just wait until they could find another piece of land somewhere else. I think they mostly got the land though. I think what happened though, if somebody ran out ahead of them and claimed it, sometimes they would get in a fist fight and fight over it. You know what I mean? Because somebody else wanted it. Maybe it was near a stream or something. And you know, there was places that were better than others. But can you imagine how stressful that was? And they were all, you saw that one picture where they're all on horseback and it's just like crazy, chaotic, and they're just like, running around. I can't even imagine what that was like. But anyway, okay, let's go to 152. Yes, and then 153 is the next source But I want you to peek ahead with me really quick, actually, before you read it. Peek at 154. This is where we're gonna do our keyword outline. Notice for source A, the mad dash. I almost called you Alejandra.
Yes, everybody calls me Alejandra. I'm like, it's
That's her mom's name. Juliana is gonna read that one, but you need to have at least 3 facts here. You can have 4 and 5 if you find that many. But
Okay.
basically, while she's reading it, you don't need very many. But I want you to underline something that's important or relevant, or what was the other thing we look for when we're looking for facts? Interesting. Jana remembers. Because when you look for facts that are interesting to you, it's more fun to write about. And the person reading it will probably think it's interesting too. So think about that as she's reading, you guys are going to underline. Your goal is 3, 4, or 5. If you mark more than that, then you'll just cross out the ones you decide you don't want to use after all. All right. This big, I know, but you're summarizing. That's the thing. You're only telling some of it. And you probably want to have a pen. Oh, you got it. Pencil. You can underline too as you go, as you see things. All right. And go ahead. You guys can follow along as she reads it.
Not 3 left.
Yeah, 152. The mad dash.
On April 22nd, 1889, right at noon, over 50,000 people rushed to the Oklahoma Territory to claim free land. What enabled them to do this? Who provided free land? The land was provided by the United States government in an attempt to encourage people to move from the crowded eastern cities to the undeveloped western territories. Congress passed the Homestead Act in 1862. This act allowed the government to give away up to 160 acres of land to anyone. The stipulations were few. People who wanted the land had to be older than 21, arranged to live on the land for 5 years, and agreed to make improvements to the land. Only fee that potential landowners had to pay the government was an 18 filing fee, which made the claim official. This Homestead Act offered new hope to struggling farmers, freed slaves, and immigrants. Different territories opened at different times. On April 22nd, 1889, almost 2 million acres in Oklahoma were scheduled to become available. And so I know that word. Anticipation.
Okay.
Thousands of people prepared to claim land. Many camped around the land waiting for the signal to enter. However, some people snuck ahead of time to find the best land. They were called the Sioux. Once the cannons boomed at noon, people quickly dashed and entered the land. Within a short period of time, cities, farms, and ranches were established.
Good.
By 1907, Oklahoma officially became the 46th state of the United States.
Okay, good. Do you guys know how many states we have now?
50.
It's 50.
Oh.
50 states, yes.
They're like lines. Like on some maps that, like on some places it's like 52 and some it's 50, so it's say it's 50.
Technically, it's 50 official states, but this was 47. This was the 47th state? 46, yes, 46 state. So anyway, did you guys get a chance? I know you were reading, so you probably didn't underline anything.
I'm gonna start going.
But your goal is 3, 4, or 5 interesting facts about the Oklahoma land rush. So check to see how many you have. If you don't have at least 3, you need to pick at least 3 facts. You're looking for important, relevant, and interesting.
2, right? And then we can find.
No, we're doing like 3 to 5 for each.
No, like
and we
no,
combine.
like 2 stories.
Yeah, Only
Like,
two.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
like,
yes, yes.
because last time we did 3.
Yes, and we will, but today is just two.
There
Michael?
Or what?
I underlined all the
Did you find at least 3 facts? Okay, good.
I found 9.
Okay.
I found 6, but then I had to cross one.
Yeah. If you mark too many, that's okay. Just pick your favorite out of what you marked. At least
I'm gonna mark 4. So I can do
3.
4 and then 4 and
You can do 4 and 4. That's fine. Thumbs up if you have at least 3 facts underlined that you're.
I don't even have any.
Okay. Oh, let's give Juliana a second.
Well, no, you guys can start.
Flip over to 153.
Wanna read it? Right.
Yes, Micah, you can read this one. Same thing. We're looking for 3, 4, or 5 facts to put in your outline. Interesting, relevant, or important. Okay, go for it.
The Oklahoma land rush occurred on April 22nd, 1889.
Oh, let me stop you just for a second. By the way, don't underline the same facts. Like if you already underlined the
That's
date,
what I was just gonna ask.
yeah, don't do it again because you want to find 3, 4, or 5 new facts. Okay, something different. Okay, keep going.
7 weeks. Prior
Mhm.
to this president, President Harrison announced that the government would put almost 2 million acres of land up for grabs. This was part of the government's plan to encourage white people to settle in the western United States. This particular government giveaway took place in Oklahoma Indian Territory. Initially,
It's okay.
initially,
You got this. You got this. Initially.
the
There you go.
president chose land that had not yet been assigned. Okay. I'm just gonna to any particular Indian tribe. Although anyone could claim a stake of this land, they had to wait until noon on April 22nd to do so. More than 50,000 settlers designed free land camped around the territory, waiting for the race to begin. They were nicknamed boomers. Some dared to enter early. They were nicknamed the Sooners. At noon on that particular April day, cannons boomed and a frantic rush and ensued.
Mm-hmm.
50 to 60,000 hopefuls entered in wagons on horseback and by foot. Hours of chaos followed. By the end of the day, tens of thousands of claims had been staked.
Mm-hmm.
Around 10,000 claims were in one area. The very next day, that area was established as Oklahoma City. Almost overnight, the other towns were developed. In the following years, additional more controlled land rushes occurred in the Oklahoma Territory. Eventually, white Americans took over what was supposed to be to the Indian Territory, and Oklahoma became an official state in 1907.
Good. I know it's hard to underline while you read, so you want to take a minute to do that. But you should have 3 or 4.
Like,
Yeah.
distracting motion. That's why I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna do it loud.
And she said the boomers and the Sooners. That was good. That was really good.
You're right.
Okay, yes, and
Can I rip the page out?
what are you complaining about?
We have to turn on Patty.
Oh my goodness. So open your book flat, so you have both the art source A and source B on page 154, and you have the fused on the other side. So what you're gonna do is start taking notes with your keywords The rules are still the same. 3 keywords, numbers, abbreviations, and symbols. Let's use the book this time, but next time I'll let you do the white paper because it'll take a while to set it up. So just use the book for this one. But basically you have your 2 A, B here, and then you have your fused on the right side. Yeah. I mean, I can send you a piece to take home if you wanted. That's extra work though. I think you should just do that.
Yeah.
Yes,
What are
Ingrid.
the initials for April?
Wait, does April have, is that one word? Or can
I
it
think it's
be
8.
three?
You could do APR with a dot for April.
I said 8. 8.
And remember, when you're writing down facts, try to make them different from A and B, so they're not the same exact facts.
Yeah. How many zeros are in a million? Is it 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I think it is 6.
1 million? Yes, it is 6. I had to visualize it for a second.
Cause for like 2 million, I don't have to put the word. Just
Oh, all the zeros, yeah.
Hey, what's the abbreviation for? Do you know?
I think it's ACR.
That doesn't count as a word.
Yeah. If it's abbreviated, you're only dropping 1 letter, but still.
And then
Oklahoma, okay. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Keeping my M's, my N's, M's.
Oh,
I was reading.
if you open it flat, Miller, is probably easier to flip back and forth.
Okay.
You stuck on
4, not to use the 4.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no, that's actually
You
perfect.
can.
Because I want to put 4
And 4.
Okay, that's perfect.
Well, you need 7 total, so you'll have to do 3 and 4. But you can decide
Oh yeah.
which one you're not going to use.
What are you doing to me?
Please, brainwork.
Please.
Yes, if you must.
Thank you.
Yes, if you must.
There we go. I can put 4 and 4.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
Crack me up. Okay, you guys are doing great. I know you're working really hard on this. Go ahead and finish up your thought on whichever one you're working on. Because I do want to talk to you about the checklist really quick. So finish up the one you're on. I really like seeing how hard you guys are working right now. It's awesome.
Okay.
Rules for that outline, you can only do 3 keywords. Remember? I didn't catch that, but we leave it for now. You can fix it later. But you know how we do like 3 keywords only, and then you can do like numbers, abbreviations, and symbols for free. Same rule. So from here on, try to keep it just that, okay? Which is a challenge, because you might have like a lot of words you want to use, but you have to narrow it down to 3 per fact. Something I want you guys to keep in mind when you're combining A and B in the fused. When you're copying your facts over here on page 155, make sure you think about the order and how you're copying them. Make sure it flows. Does that make sense to you guys? So you don't want to mix up facts to where it's like jumping all over the place and then it doesn't flow in the paragraph. A lot of times if I put a note in your homework and I say, I like this sentence, but it doesn't flow here, maybe try this. Think ahead about how these will connect into a paragraph. Okay, so you want to group, almost like group together information, like maybe the name of the act and the date and those types of things go together, or what happens as they're looking for the land. So that when you put your sentences together, it flows. You guys understand that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's look at the checklist really quick. So just pause what you're doing. Go to page 157. By the way, there's no new vocabulary words this week. Hold on, don't get too excited because you still need to add 2. But I'm gonna let you add any 2 from lessons 1 to 15. So when you go to the back, you can choose
Anything?
any 2 vocabulary words.
Oh, 1 to 15.
Yep, so let's check that. Go to 323 in the very back of your book. 322, 323.
Oh, I flipped to 120.
Way back here, do you see how it goes from lesson 15 and then it jumps to lesson 18? There's no 16 and 17, and we're on.
What?
7.
Well, you had to. Well,
Okay. Anyway, we're on lesson 16. Oh, Lily's over here dying. We're on lesson 16 and there's no new vocabulary. So I'm letting you just pick any of them up to
and also
15.
17.
And no 17 either.
Yes.
So you guys can decide which ones you want to.
Wow, there's so much to
This is gonna be
discuss.
so fun.
I know. So go back to the 157 to the checklist.
1 part, sir.
I think everything is the same as before. Don't forget your topic clenchers on here. Some of you accidentally forgot those this last assignment, so make sure you highlight or bold your topic clenchers.
And did I?
Whoa, that was loud. I think I saw yours highlighted. Yes.
I bolded.
Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 dress ups are in it. Look how there's only 1 paragraph. It's nice, right?
Yay.
And then you've got 2 openers again, prepositional and adverb. By the way, I don't remember who it was, but somebody didn't use this at the beginning of the sentence. So
Wait,
remember, this is an opener. So your prepositional phrase needs to come the very first part of the sentence, like during the night or in the field or something like that, that you have to start the sentence that way. Yes, Micah?
So you can't write. During the night, and then you have the rest of the sentence, and then later in that same paragraph, you put luckily they da 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 da.
Oh, right. No, not in this, in the same paragraph, yes, but not the same sentence. That makes sense?
Yeah. So
So
in
you-
the night it was extremely cold. You can't do that.
In the night, it was extremely cold. You can do that.
In the night it was
Because in the night would be, you could say extremely. I see what you're saying. But you can't count it as an opener because number 3 opener has to be the first word of the sentence, right? So it would be something like,
But isn't in a preposition?
number 2 is preposition. In is a preposition, yes, it is.
And extremely could be your ly.
But it has to be at the beginning of the sentence though, if it's an opener. But it can be, yes, I see what you're saying. Yes, I got you.
Yeah.
You can have the opener, prepositional opener, and then ly dress up in the middle of the sentence. That's fine. Any questions about the checklist or anything? So what you're gonna do is combine A and B into the fused, and I'm gonna talk to you really quick before you leave, and I wanna show it to you. And then only use the fused to write 1 paragraph. All right, you guys, it's already time to go.
Yeah. Before we just
So that's it for today. Very good. Have fun with it. Hold on before you.
my done like that.
I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks.